yourself where love, life, and Christ combine. I am so grateful to have you here on this journey of self discovery and empowerment with me. In today's video, we are going to talk about not worrying about what others think. But before we get started, if you're new here, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more uplifting and empowering content like this. So get comfortable because we are about to get into it. Let's go. Okay, so earlier today, the pastor was reading from the book of Luke. And as he was reading, he started to talk about different things. And this is where I got this, where this idea came to me. So it's the pastor said when Jesus showed up, the crowds came running. And as I was listening to this message, the thing that kept ringing to me was beware, be careful of the crowd. You know, sometimes it's so easy to get caught up in what other people think about us that we forget about thinking about what we think about ourselves. So when we do something in life, if, friends don't agree with it, then we're like, maybe I don't need to be tied down. Maybe I need to be out here in these streets, or it could be you sing in a choir and you're like, well, I sing okay, but maybe I don't need to sing because my voice isn't that excellent, or it's not amazing as such and such's voice. And it's not about that, especially in church. Of course, you want to give God all the glory, and you definitely want to do your best, but it's not about being better than someone else. It's not about what the crowd is thinking. It's about what Jesus thinks. It's about what God thinks about your actions and the things that you're doing in life. And sometimes it's so easy to get caught up in what we think other people think about us that we forget about what we think about ourselves. We forget that we are our own person. We forget that we have opinions and things that we like to do. I like to be goofy as I don't know what. And sorry, I had to move this pillow. It was doing the most. But I like to be goofy as I don't know what. Like, I like to just be silly and just do cartwheels and just say real corny jokes and everything. And it just be cracking me up. And most people would look at me like, oh my gosh, really? That's funny. Like, yeah, I feel like if you are saying something and it's not offending anyone else, then yeah, it's funny to me. It's if it's something that you're not taking a dig at someone else, that you really are like a dad joke. Oh my gosh, I could laugh so hard at something like that, and that's just my preference. That's something that I really enjoy. And I think we really have to start doing the things in life that we enjoy that are not hurting anyone else. It's not a detriment to our own spirit or mind or soul. Things that are actually going to benefit us in life because it's bringing more joy and peace to us because we're not so worried about what everyone else thinks, that we are actually enjoying the life that we've been blessed with. I wrote down three things that I think are going to be they're going to be really helpful helping people that are people pleasers in life. The first thing is we have to think, who are we living for? Are you living for your parents? Are you living for your grandparents? Are you living for your friends, your colleagues? Who are you living for? We really have to do some self-reflecting and really think about who we want to live for. Do we want to live for ourselves? Do we want to first live for God and then live for ourselves? Or are we really only worried about what everybody else thinks? As long as we look decent, are we caring about other people liking our outfit more than we care about us liking our outfit? You know, some people said something about my hat earlier today. I love this hat, so I'm probably gonna wear it. And they didn't say it offensively, but it's just an example for other people out there that may be struggling with trying to seek approval from other people, and you feel like, okay, I have to change this thing about me that I really like because no one else likes it. Now, I'm not saying that like TG says, you should go out being broke, busted, and disgusted and say everybody should accept me for who I am. And I don't think that you should do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Like, if you feel uncomfortable with the top, probably put on a different top. Probably just wear like different things that make you feel more comfortable that are still in style. And I think it's important for us to understand that our life is ours to live. We only get this life. We don't get another opportunity to live somebody else's life for them. We don't get another opportunity to say, oh, I wish I really would have went after my dreams and not just settled because everybody else in my life settled. Oh, I really wish that I would have really traveled the world to help other people, but no one in my family has traveled the world, so let me not be the first person to do it. Oh, I really wish I could have done this, that, and all of these other things that we now at the end of the road want to look back and start to regret because we chose to live a life pleasing to others instead of pleasing to God. I definitely wanna, when I get to the end of the rope, wanna be like, I regret nothing. Like everything that I did the best that I could. I made mistakes along the way, but it helped me on the journey. And God was right there with me every step of the way, making sure that He led me, making sure that His rod and His staff, they strengthened me, making sure that as I traveled through the journey of the valley of the shadow of death, that I feared no evil. That fear is not something that is of God, because God did not give me the spirit of fear. He gave me the spirit of power, love, and of sound mind. That peace, that peace you can only get from God. And so I think it's important for us to understand who we are living for. The second thing is, why does their opinion matter? Sometimes we like to say, well, I don't really care what anybody thinks. I do what I want. But you're living your life exactly the same way as your friends, and you know you want better. Or you are doing things that are pleasing to your family, and you know you don't like to live that type of life. You out there in these streets deep, like, and you're like, I really don't want to live like this. Like, I really want to have peace in my home. I really want to have peace in my job. I really want to have peace in my friendships. I don't want to have altercations and arguments and disagreements about like really small minute things that mean absolutely nothing to me in life, that can't change or correct or help my life in any way. These people don't have a heaven or he double hockey sticks to put you in. So sometimes you have to remember that when we're making decisions in life, that yes, you care about these people that are a part of your life, but they can't live your life for you. It's up to you to make better decisions and choices. Sorry. Make better decisions and choices to be the best version of yourself, to be the best person that you could possibly be. And it really starts with us. It starts with us saying, okay, what am I going to do to change my life? And also, it takes a little bit of honesty with ourselves. You know, in the past, I used to lie so hard to God. I know most Christians don't want to admit it, especially on a video, but I'm going to be the first person to say I used to lie hard. I used to be like, God, I'm so grateful for this thing. Thank you for this thing here, because I would think that it was just keeping it like PC, politically correct. I just thought that I was really just supposed to just be, and I thought obedience and following God meant that I had to just be okay with everything. When I was struggling, I had to say, oh no, God, I'm blessed and highly favored. Oh, God is good all the time. Like, I really thought that's what this walk was about. And it's not. It's not about pretending as if I'm okay when I'm hurting. It's not about pretending like I'm happy with the decisions that God chose to make on my behalf, even though I know God is looking out for my benefit. He's doing things that are beneficial for my life. He wants the better for me. I still could be sad. I still could be upset because it didn't work out the way that I thought it would. I could still be upset because I didn't get all of the things that I thought that I was going to get in life. But I have to be honest with myself, and I had to be honest with God. I had to say, God, you know, I was really mad about this thing, and God can help me then, because He meets me where I am, not where I'm pretending to be. I don't have to pretend to be happy if I'm really upset about something. I don't have to pretend to be okay with something that makes me angry. I can say, God, you know, I was upset. Give me patience to deal with this situation in the future, because I don't want to be about this type of life. I'm trying to live right. And God will really help you. And so whenever I feel like I'm struggling with something, I'm super honest with God. I'm like, God, this made me really upset. I really felt like this. Like, I thought this should have worked out, and it did not work out the way that I wanted it to. And God will help you in every way that He can. He will make it easier. He will ease your pain. Which you reap in tears, you will sow it. What you sow in tears, you will reap in joy. God uses everything for the benefit of the betterment of your future. There's nothing that is left on the table. God can loose any infirmity, anything that's holding you bound, anything that's holding you back. He will release it. And at the moment, you may feel like, why is God torturing me? Why is this thing not going the way that I want it to go? But everything works out for the good of those that believe in God and are called according to His purpose. Always remember that. God did not God did not intend for you to just be sad and upset and have a miserable life. He wants you to be happy. Know that. And the third and final thing is, what do you want in life? Do you really want a mediocre life with a person that you know is not the person for you? Do you really want to work a job that you hate going to, that people treat you like crap at? Do you really want to be around people in your family that really don't appreciate you, or really don't think that you matter at all? Do you really want to be around people, colleagues, whoever else in your life that treats you really badly, that makes you feel like crap, that tells you all your flaws. And I don't mean in a loving way. I mean the person who just wants to beat you down, that is either always in competition with you or always trying to make you feel badly about the person that you are when you're really trying. I'm talking about those type of people. Like, what type of life do you want to live? Sit here and take a moment. I want you to just think, just for a second, about the type of life that you want to live. Imagine the life of your wildest dreams. I used to do this a long time ago when I first, not to be like harsh or like sound real rash about it or anything like that, and I'm good, and we're both good, so don't worry. But back when I first got my divorce, I used to think that I used to do this thing with God where I would imagine what a relationship that's healthy with the person that God has for me would look like. I used to sit there and say, what is the best way that I could be treated like a person? And then and then I could feel God saying, that's what you imagine. Imagine what he could do. The life that you're imagining right now, the best life of your wildest things that you couldn't even fathom that you could put your hands on, is things that God is placing in your hands because he's allowing you to have it in your life. Imagine you could live that life and God could do more than that. The only thing standing in your way is you. You're the one saying, oh, well, I'm never going to get with a girl that's going to treat me like this. I'm never going to have a guy that's going to treat me like this. I'm never going to be at a job where everybody is actually rooting for me. I'm never going to be at a place where I could work and actually feel content and I actually like the things that I do. Oh, I'm never going to be, woe is me, this like victim mentality that we really have to get rid of and start thinking like victors. We really have to start thinking like people that are winning this life, like winning in life. We have to think about living our best lives. And I don't mean something flashy that you post on Instagram. I mean peace and contentment and joy that you get from God. I mean living the type of life that you people don't brag about all over TV or whatever else, or maybe some people may brag about like a part of it when it's beneficial for them, but I mean a life that's actually filled, like fulfilled life. That's the type of life that you could have if you get out of your own way. If you really just take a moment and think about these three things that I just said in this video, really go back and look at and think about what type of life you want to live, or why you feel like you need this approval, or why you feel like you really want to please someone else, or why you think that someone else's opinion matters more than yours. I do goofy stuff all the time because when I get in a moment where I'm like, I don't care what nobody thinks, I just be silly for no reason, and it makes me feel so happy. And so sometimes you just gotta be like that. You just gotta do things that really, really benefit you, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, and just allow you to really feel content and happy with the person that you're becoming and the person that you are right now. Just always try to be a better person and know that God got you, and everything is gonna be okay. All right. Have a good day. I hope you have an amazing, magnificent Sunday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Just, if I had to leave you with one pro tip, I know, don't worry about the non makeup. I just decided to go makeupless today. But nobody cares. I'm the only person that stated that just because I got closer and now you can see like all of this, but it's fine. You know what? People are going to think what they think. But like I said, you have to live your life for you. Do the things that are pleasing to God and really be the best version of yourself. And God got you. And you got this.